is University of Ottawa epidemiologist Raywat Deonandan. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon, and thanks for having me.
Are we sort of trending similar to what's happening elsewhere in Canada?
Yeah, the pandemic is getting better, if that's a word to be applied here, in the sense that serious outcomes are coming down. There's space in hospitals, death rates are coming down as well. But we are appearing to plateau at a transmission rate that is similar, if not greater, than what we saw last fall. So it's still too high for my liking, but let's cling to the good news, and that is serious outcomes are down. Yeah.
The bad news, though, is 2,000 and plus, and one wonders if there are actually more than 2,000 plus in Manitoba and other jurisdictions.
Absolutely, there are more. We always undercount the dead because many people die without being diagnosed with this disease. Of course, the pushback is how many of those deaths were caused by COVID versus incidental to COVID. We'll never know entirely, but it seems likely that the vast majority were caused by COVID. The big question for me is how many of those deaths were preventable, given the information we had at the time. I think a fair amount were, and I think going forward, vaccination remains one of our best tools to prevent serious outcomes and death, and I hope more people embrace vaccination.
Preventable through inoculation, or preventable that we know after the fact that we should have done things differently in healthcare?
Both. One of the big things is that COVID is airborne, and many people still struggle with accepting that reality. If we accept that COVID is airborne, there are things we could do and things we could have done to prevent transmission and death, including improving ventilation, including mandating better quality masks, not the cheap blue masks that are baggy around our mouths, but form-fitting respirator masks. These are things to control an airborne virus. Introducing rapid testing when we first had availability of rapid tests would have been a game changer as well. Symptom checks. Taking these things seriously would have made a big difference. So it's not a surprise that many lawsuits are percolating in the background as these numbers come to the fore.
Raywat Deonandan, thanks for joining us this afternoon. Hope to have a bit more time with you next time.
Thank you.
On.